We started this business about 3 years ago off the back of interesting conversations we had with homeowners and small business owners who were trying to get solar or at least get some relief from load shedding. So off the back of those deep conversations and given the amount of experience that the leadership team or the founders of the business have in the energy space and the power space, we decided to start a business that offers software, hardware, and financing for hybrid rooftop solar into the home and small and medium enterprise space. If we speak technically about what off-grid is, it's the ability to go for 3 to 5 days using your own power sources and ultimately never needing an alternative power source. So our view is hybrid is the way to go. And by hybrid, we mean you can elongate the amount of time that you go without needing power from the grid, but not necessarily cutting it off completely. So from a cost effectiveness perspective, because solar equipment is high capex, right? There's a lot of capex that goes into building a solar plant. You need to find a fine balance. But what we try to do is to design a system that allows the customer to get 50 to 70% of their power from their solar and battery system, and then the other 30% from the grid. But they will never be load shed because of how we operate the system and how we actually design it. There's a cost saving, an inherent cost saving, right? Because what's commonly referred to in the industry as the levelized cost of electricity, right? So the levelized cost of solar is significantly cheaper than the levelized cost of grid power when it's available. And then there's the levelized cost of solar plus battery at present is also cheaper than grid electricity. So there's a cost saving, a cost benefit. And then another thing is it's great for the environment, right? So I think if you've seen over the last couple of years, there have been significant catastrophes across the world that are climate related. We can reference some of the things that have happened in KZN with the floods and that kind of thing. Those are the impacts that if we are not conscious and careful around how we actually consume and produce energy, could have devastating and lasting effects beyond our generation and for future generations to come. And renewables from a use case perspective and a claim of share of production are only going to increase because that's where a lot of technology investment or investment in technology is going towards. That's where there's a lot of novel technologies that are actually going to drive energy production and consumption into the future. The main reason why there's been a lower, let's call it relatively low levels of adoption of solar is mostly because customers don't understand how it will actually benefit them. So the journey to customer acquisition has not been well explained by some of the players in the industry. And what we do as a business is simplify that journey. If we get into terminology and language around things that are too complicated for the average homeowner to spend or invest time in trying to understand, then we'll never get them or meet them where they are. What we encourage the customer to do is to do a bit of research, ask questions of your supplier. What is the name of this equipment? Where is it sourced from? Is it tier 1? Can I get the certificates that support that this is actually a tier 1 product? Can I get warranty certificates? Can I get product specifications? And once you have that and you engage with Sapphire or you engage with PV Green Card, then there's a bit of certainty that at least you're getting a tier 1 product. We are targeting homeowners, any homeowner who basically owns an apartment, owns a standalone home, and also small and medium enterprises. From a roof space perspective, if you have a thatched roof, then definitely it becomes very difficult. But even with a thatched roof, we can ground mount. But it's for any residence that has roof space or that lives under a roof, and this could be tiered residences, what we refer to as multi-dweller units or apartments commonly, right? As long as there's roof space and there's adequate roof space for solar or at least solar energy to be generated by the PV panels and stored in the batteries, then that's a roof space that we would target. And we really are focused on delivering energy independence to those segments of the market. What we have done from a product development perspective as well is not to make this a niche product. We want to make it one that is premium in the nature of what it actually delivers, but one that's accessible to a large number of customers. And by doing that, or at least in an effort to do that, we have developed what we refer to as a pay-at-pace lease payment, which allows the customer to purchase the system via monthly lease payment. which makes it more affordable as opposed to the upfront capex. So we're really targeting, those segments of the market. So we're not going for the large commercial and industrial or independent power producer market.